Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Average Aardvark YouTube channel. I'm logging on today to talk about Battlefield. So they released Season 1, new map, Battle Pass, the whole deal. I say the whole deal, but that's all it was. One map, Battle Pass, 2 weapons, a crossbow, the AS Val. Great weapons, I'm fine with that. You know, I'm fine if they add a couple weapons a season. The map is decent, in my opinion. I know a lot of people that are saying it's the best map Battlefield's ever put out. It's the greatest map ever. It's fantastic. I disagree. I think it's mediocre at best. I think we've just been so let down by the maps that came out with this game originally that, you know, they could give us just a solid poop and we'd think it's the greatest thing ever. So, you know, there might be some psychological trauma that's helping us believe that this map is amazing. I don't hate it. I don't like it either. I think it would be made better if all of the CBD, the B, C, and D points had more cover. And yes, they did put more cover on the map. The A1 area is really good. The A1, the F1, the F2, what's the one with the big ball in the center? That one's good. I like that one. A1 is definitely the best point on the map. Plenty of cover, plenty of playable area. And that's the problem with most of the points on this map is the playable area is so small. Like you go to C and all it is that little peninsula of a room that sticks out of the cliff, which is really cool. I want that to be my house. But it doesn't, like there's no cover in there. There's a table, but you have to prone, you can't crouch. And there's so many different angles that you could be shot from. They added more cover on Breakthrough, which I don't know why they don't just put that in the game for Conquest as well. The playable area of the objective is so or not the playable area, I should say. I should describe it more as the circumference of or maybe the perimeter of the objective is so small. You know, on E, it's it's like less than 50 meters across, 128 players on the map. What are you supposed to do? And it's the same with Breakthrough as well. The points are so small, except for A1. The whole bottom part of the map is kind of gross because you can just get sniped at from up top. And don't get me wrong, it's a cool map. I like the design, I like the levels. I think that's really cool. See, every time I go lower than the FA level, the top level, I just don't have as much fun as when I'm on the top level. And then I think, you know, why can't we all just be on the top level? Put all the points up there, make them all just replicas of A1 spread across the area. And why don't we just do that, you know? Like, instead of trying to make something like awe-inspiring and, you know, make something super cool, like let's just make a map that plays good. That's all I want. I don't even care if it looks great. I just want it to play well, you know? And so what I end up doing is just going from A to F the whole game. And that's not an effective way to win because I just don't want to go down there. I don't care if we win or lose. I just want to have fun, you know? like they made it a super casual game, so I'm going to be casual. I'm just going to go try to kill people. I mean, that's the way the map is for me. I don't find it particularly horrible and I don't find it particularly fantastic either. It's definitely not one of the best maps in Battlefield history, despite what people say. That's my opinion. I don't know. Let me know what you think about the map in the comments. I could be wrong. You know, I'm open to the fact that maybe this is the greatest map we've ever seen. I just don't think so. So on to the more general state of the game. The game is better. There's less desync, there's less lag, there's less hit reg issues, kind of only slightly. The game plays okay. It's definitely not good. I don't care what people are saying. Like, you go play another game like that's finished and well done. You know, even something like Warzone has a better hit reg. Like when you shoot your target, the bullet hits the target. The projectile tracks properly. In Battlefield 2042, it seems like you can shoot at someone and some of the bullets make it there, but some kind of get lost in the server on its way to the target, especially at longer ranges. And especially if there's a lot of stuff going on the map near you. It's like, yeah, the server's gonna catch some of your projectiles, but some of them it's just gonna forget about and not deliver, it feels like. And I think that's got something to do with packet loss and packet burst. You know, because sometimes you get shot and you can escape, and sometimes you get shot by a gun that should take multiple bullets to kill you, but you're just instantly dead as if you've been sniped or shotgunned. And in the kill feed, it's an LCMG. Like, that should take like 5 shots to kill me. I mean, the way that they could have got around that from the start is to make it the TTK longer, which I definitely think they should have done. The TTK is abysmally fast. I don't think they meant it to be that way. I think it's just a result of how the servers are just terrible. And that's the main reason I snipe 90% of the time, is because it doesn't seem to have a problem with the sniper bullets connecting. Excuse me. It seems to track the sniper bullets because it's just one bullet, you know? I think it's okay. It does it most of the time. Sometimes I shoot a shot right through someone and it just doesn't exist for some reason. But most of the time it's pretty good, and I feel like it's the most reliable weapon for me to use. Plus, sniping in this game is pretty easy compared to past games like BF4. Even BF1 I feel like was way harder to snipe in than this game. And I'm a sniper in pretty much all games I play, but this game, it's pretty freaking easy to snipe. I'll probably come out with a video tutorial on how to do that. Anyway, so hit reg is still an issue. It's not as bad as it was, but it's still not reliable, you know? I still am like, well, I'm gonna shoot at this guy and I hope he dies. If not, you know, that's just the game. The TTK is too low. I think they should increase it. Time to kill is what I'm talking about. They should increase the time to kill, because that would help get around some of those packet loss issues. You know, like the more time it takes to kill someone, the less likely you are to be killed in one shot, is my idea. So say it takes 5 bullets to kill someone, and the server gets rid of 3 of them on their way to the target. That's gonna hugely, that's more than half of your bullets. That's more than half of your time to kill. Whereas say it takes 10 bullets to kill someone and the server takes away 3 of them and they don't exist, it's 30%. It's a lot less of an effect on what you feel the game doing. You know, you want to feel like your actions have a direct effect on the game. You don't want to feel like it's a sponge or it's squishy, you know, which is what I've described it in the past. It's loose. You don't want to feel like, well, I roughly input, I input this, so it should roughly, you know, do this. That's not good. And that's kind of what it feels like. Now, like I said, it's a lot better than it was, so you can still enjoy the game. I want to say it's a fun game. I just think that, you know, there's so many other games you could play. I can't recommend it. You know, people ask me, hey, is it good yet? Is it good now? Like, should I get it now? And I just don't know what to say, you know, because on the one hand, it's a lot better than it was, but it's still not even close to up to par with, you know, the other games that are out right now with Warzone, Apex, Call of Duty, you know, Halo. It depends on what you want. If you want a big sandbox experience, a big Battlefield experience, then yeah, it's pretty good. I would say if you're a pilot, this game is really good. Flying in this game is really fun and it works pretty well. If you're a vehicle player, this game is pretty good. If you're an infantryman, it's not good. It's very unreliable. There's not a lot to actually do in the game other than literally just shoot at people. If you're a sniper, it's pretty good. Other than those things, I would say it's very lacking. Speaking of lacking, the battle pass for season 1, it kind of sucks. And I don't mean to be a negative Nancy here, but you know, adding the weapons is fine. That's great. I'm okay with the mission format and how it boosts your XP. I'm okay with that, as long as the missions stay relevant to the gameplay and they're not just, you know, arbitrary, look at a tree 5 times while you're playing. As long as it's stuff like revive this many people and get this much vehicle damage, you know, that's cool. I like that. It gets people playing in different ways than they normally would, and that's healthy for the game. I still think it takes too long to level up the battle pass. You basically, unless you do the missions, you can't earn any more XP. Like, it's so freaking slow. So once you're done with the missions, that's pretty much all you get for the week. But then again, there's nothing really to get in the battle pass after level 29, which is the crossbow. There's 100 levels. There's some skins. There's like 2 that I think are cool. And the rest are just I don't remember. Like, I don't know what they are, like, at all. I will concede most battle passes are like this. Apex, Halo, Warzone. Their battle passes do all kind of underwhelm you. There's a few good items, and the rest are kind of just crap. So I'm not gonna bash it too hard for that. But there should be, you know, the end tier is like a skin for Liz. And it's like, okay, well, it's an okay skin, I guess. The thing about character skins is you don't see them in a first-person shooter game. You see other people's, you don't see yours. I'd prefer that they do it like Apex does. At the end of every Apex season battle pass is a gun skin for a certain gun, and it's normally pretty cool. Gun skins are always good because you can see the gun. It's there. The number one thing that's always in front of you in this game is a gun. I don't think a lot of thought went into it, and it mirrors the rest of this game's production. But hey, battle passes are battle passes are battle passes. They're just a reason to grind the game. That being said, with this battle pass after 29, there's literally no reason to grind it out anymore. So doing the missions, like, I'm not gonna look at the missions if I don't want to get the next tier of the battle pass. I'm not gonna end up doing any more missions, which means I'm gonna be playing the exact same way I've always been playing, which means I'm gonna get bored and play something else. So we talked about the new map, we talked about the battle pass, we talked about the TTK and the hit reg issues. I have had a bug, and many of you know this, where my inputs get stuck on the last thing I input for 5 seconds and just completely, you know, it just stops me and strafes me in a direction or keeps me completely still. It has stopped me on the edge of a cliff and strafed me off and killed me. It has stopped me in cover and strafed me out of cover and gotten me killed. It has stopped me as I'm piloting a heli and flown me straight into a wall and killed me. This happens at least once a game. Some games it's 10 times a game, some games it's 1 time. I have 170 hours in this game and nothing has been done about this issue. I have a Razer Viper Ultimate mouse. I have a Rawcat Vulcan keyboard 10 keyless. These are common peripherals that people use in all games. I play Apex, Star Citizen, Warzone, Halo, Forza, a bunch of stuff. And it doesn't happen to me in any other game. Normally, I don't talk about it because it's very uncommon. It's a very rare bug. So it's kind of useless for me to go on and on about it as if it affects everyone when it really just affects me and a few other people. I say it now because it has a huge effect on, you know, how I'm feeling about the game. Like, say I'm on the battlefield and I'm starting a game. I shoot a guy, he shoots back, none of my bullets register and I die. Okay, so that's a little bit upsetting, right? Okay, now I spawn back in and now I'm running around. I get shot at, I dive behind cover. I'm 10 feet behind cover, but the server lag makes it so that I get killed anyway, even though I'm behind cover. And on his screen, on the enemy screen, I was nowhere near the cover, but on my screen, I'm 10 feet past the cover, right? That's not an uncommon issue. And it doesn't just happen in this game, but it is very, very bad in this game. So that happens, right? And then, okay, I'm on my third life in a row where I'm like, okay, well, you know, it happens. Spawn back in, let's get back at it. Like, oh, a guy, let me stop and shoot him. Oh, my inputs are stuck. Now I'm strafing aimlessly with no control and he just guns me down for free. All right, now I'm kind of pissed, you know? Like, what am I supposed to do? Battlefield, DICE, like, DICE, please help me. You know, I'm fighting the game. I'm not even fighting the other people. I'm not having a Battlefield experience. I'm just having a bug experience. So even though it only affects me, this is a big frustration for me, and the reason that you guys don't see as much Battlefield content as I want to put out, because I'll spend hours playing the game and get nothing because of stuff like this. You know, yeah, it is an excuse, right? Like, I could grind more until I get a good game and put that out, but stuff like that is how you get burnt out, right? Just grinding stuff over and over and over again, trying to fight the game just to get some content. I'm not going to do that. The game doesn't deserve my playtime if it's going to do stuff like this. And so I continue to play the game because I know it's fun to watch, and I do have fun in the game. Sniping is fun for me. I have fun no-scoping people and being really aggressive with the sniper, and it's just not a consistent experience, and that's the problem. When I sit down to play, I have no idea if it's going to be mind-numbingly horrendous or if it's going to be fine. And that is the main reason I can't recommend this game. And before you say, well, that's true of all games, you know, you could sit down and play Warzone. I'm not a huge Warzone fan either. I actually kind of hate Warzone. But I'm just using it as an example of another huge game that's out there that a lot of people play. You sit down and play Warzone, it's also like that, right? But not to the extent and not for the same reasons, you know? I could have a horrible time one day and I could have a great time the next day, but it's more likely because of user error, user mindset error, user mechanical error, you know, mental errors, strategic errors. So it's kind of on me, you know. Same with Call of Duty, the game doesn't change day by day. It's me that changes. Whereas in Battlefield, the game really does change. It's not a consistent idea. The potential for disaster is just way higher, you know, and especially with a game with as much bugs, exploits, and glitches as this game. The state of the game for me, I think I gave it a 4 last time when I explained that it's not really a game, it's more of an experience. This time, I'm gonna leave out my own personal bug issue of the inputs being stuck, and I'm gonna say it's a 5.5 now. So a good step in the right direction. It gained 1.5 points. That's not nothing. It's not a lot. It changed a little, but would I recommend playing it? Nope. $60 for a non-consistent, okay experience. You just can't recommend that, you know? Especially when there's free games like Apex and Warzone. Although Warzone's not really free if you really, you know, get into the details. But regardless, things like Valorant that are free to play, you know? Like, how could I possibly recommend this game? But that's just me. Let me know your opinion in the comments. I really do want to hear what you guys have to say, what you guys think about it, because at the end of the day, I'm not the only one who plays this game. There's a lot of people who play this game. Why do you play the game? Why do you not play the game? Keep it civil. Let's be mature gamers. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. See you later.